50, 45. There goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow. Oh, my God. Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Welcome in, everyone, to a brand new edition of the Dream Wager, episode 512. Today is Monday, March 31st, 2025. 31st, excuse me, last day of March. Okay, we are almost to April. How you doing?
Yeah, last day of March. I'm doing well. And getting some 70-degree weather. Today was pretty nice. Little rain, but pretty nice. Pretty exciting weekend. First weekend of UFL. Some exciting basketball, some fighting basketball. Let's get into it.
Yeah, it was a very nice, we had a nice day. I think it was 77, 70. I think I almost hit 80 in some parts here in Jersey. Allergies were a nightmare, though. You know me, anyone who knows my allergies, man, it was a tough one. But you're right. We had some very, very interesting tournament. Was actually all number one seeds. They all advanced to the Final Four. We'll talk about that. Coach Prime getting the bag, staying 5 more years in Colorado. UFL opening week 1. We were right, basically everything, and then the defending 3-time champs decided to no show.
Vegas, I would say Vegas got us.
Oh man, what a game that was! Like you said, fight in the NBA. Credit the white American Italian Dante DiVincenzo. He was right in the middle of it. We'll talk
Honestly,
about that.
He put in the work.
I'm telling you.
I'm not gonna say he did what he did or didn't do. All I'm saying is he did something.
Exactly. So shout out Villanova for that. And then opening weekend in baseball. Possibly Yankees cheating with the bats. We'll talk about that. We got some baseball plays. Few games going on right now. Your Red Sox going on. They are down 4-2 as we speak.
Shocker.
And then pitching. Pitching is still a thing for you guys.
It's early.
It's early. I know. 8 games on in the association. We'll have picks and props for that. And then a short NHL slate for you guys towards the end of the show. But we'll start in order. Over the weekend, it was great. Florida, all 4 number 1 seeds advanced to the Final Four.
I wouldn't say it was great, but they all 4 number 1s advanced.
I thought it was pretty good. I thought there were 2 good games. Duke blew out Alabama. They're the best team in the country. I don't know what to say anymore. They're so deep. Canella isn't even the best player, but they have 3 freshmen that are just could get buckets at any time. Cooper Flagg didn't even play his best, and they blew out Alabama by 20 in Newark. So, yeah, Alabama, Duke's the best team in the country, I think. Florida. This kid, Clayton Jr., man, balls of fucking steel. This kid takes tough shot after tough shot, 30 points, comeback win. Texas Tech just choked. They had the game with 3 minutes left, and they let up a couple threes late. They don't make their free throws, and they allow a good team like Florida to come back. And Walter Clayton Jr. is just, he's the best point guard in the country. I mean, I'm convinced, and they have a tough game in the Final Four. But Houston, I want to talk to you. What do you have to say about Houston? They blew out Tennessee over the weekend. They're for real. Their defense is probably the best in the country. What do you have to say?
I gotta give it to them. First time, in 4 years being as a high seed as they've been, finally making the Final Four. So I gotta give credit where credit's due. Shout out Houston for taking care of business. And to be honest, been somewhat dominating so far. I know it was kind of a hiccup in the Sweet 16 round, but other than that, pretty much dominating. Got to give them credit. Sharp been balling, Cryer been balling. So I thought Tennessee. That's why I didn't take them. But I was like, it was a tough matchup. Tennessee goes down, but give credit where credit's due. Shout out Houston now.
Yeah.
Can they win 2 games?
That's the thing.
It'll be interesting. To me, it'll be tough, but the fact that they made it this far is a win in itself.
Yeah, and then they're gonna play Duke. They are 5.5 point underdogs there. And then the last one is Auburn. And they seem to turn things around. The SEC tournament, they weren't playing the best basketball coming into the tournament. Bruce Pearl got the boys rolling. They blew very good win over the weekend
Great
for
post game interview, by the way.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
he's the man. I mean, beating Tom Izzo and Jahan Broom.
Broom, yeah.
It's either him or Cooper Flag are going to be the best player in the country and win the Wooden Award. So, I mean, he is just fantastic. He is so tough to guard in the post, and he could defend all five positions. He kind of reminds me of, obviously better offensively, but kind of like a Draymond Green. And tough matchups. Florida, they're 2.5 point favorites against Auburn, and then Duke is 5.5 point favorites against Houston. Out of the four number one seeds, who do you think is the best and the worst?
Oof. See, bias aside, I'm gonna say best. It has to be Duke from what I've seen. I'm just going by what I've seen this tournament.
Yeah, I would
Just
agree.
this tournament for the past 2 weeks. I'm gonna say Duke and worse. Realistic,
I would say Auburn for me.
it would either be Auburn or Florida. And not
Oh
for that.
wow.
No, not saying like Florida's the worst team here, but you can make the case they had one of the easiest pass here. So I don't know. Houston's been dominating. I wouldn't. I don't want to say Houston's the worst team, but it's got to be Auburn and Houston between them.
Yeah, I think Duke is definitely by far the best teams that has played so far. I think Florida second. Houston is very close to second though. And then Auburn, I think that would be the biggest like upset if Auburn wind up running the table and winning. Just because, they were the number one team all year in the country. And then now when it comes time, getting a little tight around the edges, but it's been a good tournament, and I know a lot of people haven't thought so. We've been, yeah, some games were blowouts. Yes, I understand that,
A lot of
but
chalk, which is fine. We see second time in history,
yeah,
all four final number one seeds make it. So we should see some history. But at the end of the day, March is about Cinderella stories, and we didn't get one this year, which is okay.
yeah,
Which is okay. We're going to do it.
NIL,
Yeah, yeah. This is what you get.
yeah.
Our schools with the most money is going to be back on top. It's like the
I'm
early
actually glad for
2000s
it.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm here for it. Watch, we're gonna see two trash Final Fours and then one of the best national championship games. Watch, we're gonna get a great national championship.
Well, every national championship is pretty great.
Yeah, that is fair. So that is a week from today. The national championship Final Four is over the weekend. We'll have picks for you over there. We do have some college, no NFL, but we have college football news. Colorado's board of directors, they have approved a new 5-year, $54 million contract for Coach Prime, make him one of the highest paid coaches in the country. So this is kind of the yearly base salary breakdown. In 2025, this upcoming season, he's going to make 10 million. 2026, he's going to make 10 million. 27 and 28, he's going to make 11 million. And then his last year in 2029, he's going to make 12 million. Deservingly so. I mean, he turned around the program from, let's be honest, Colorado was irrelevant until Coach Prime came. And then look at him. Probably to acceptance rate probably went down, and more people probably went there because of Coach Prime and his son. So I think it's and I think we could all write off now. No more NFL. He is staying in college.
Yeah, for now. For the next 5 years, I'm gonna say at least four. I think he stays in college. Yeah, I think he deserves this contract. I know a lot of outside noise, this and that, but what Dion was able to do for the University of Colorado, I think you can make the case he could get more money. All the revenue he's bringing in, every game is sold out or damn near sold out. And like you said, people are trying to get into this college now just because of Dion and Shador and Travis. It's so much more attention. How many celebrities you see going into each game, week in, week out? College game day being in Boulder since first time since when? So I feel like the universe at least owed Dion at least that. So shout out Dion And I think Colorado is going to be a pretty good school for anybody to attend moving forward, as long as
Yeah.
Deion Sanders is there.
Yeah, it has all the hype like we saw over the weekend, or not the weekend, over the last few years. And just
They're
because
gonna
I
ha-
know,
they're gonna
yeah,
have to build a new stadium.
you think?
Trust me, I think.
I
I
saw
know
it. I went there and it was nice. I went to, I
it's
saw
nice, but
some
they're gonna
games.
need a little more seats. Just renovate it just a little bit.
Hmm. Yeah, we saw, like you said, all the rappers, all the athletes, all the celebrities. They go out, they support Dion,
Think
and
about how
honestly,
many
it's a
jersey
zoo.
shows they sold in the last 2 years with just
Hmm.
Travis Hunter and Shador. Probably what they did the previous 10.
Yeah, yeah, it's insane. So I'm glad and like you said, I think there's an argument to be made that he's underpaid.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
because all the revenue he's bringing in. Trust me.
Yeah. So yeah, congrats to Coach Prime, and happy for him that he got that deal. And I know he puts the noise a lot of bed, like, oh, he's going to follow his son wherever he goes. And at a certain point, I did think that there was some truth to that, because that's what he was doing for the last few years. But I think he loves Colorado. I truly do. I think he likes the atmosphere, the Big 12. He has shown that he could compete and win. So
Yeah, I think that's what he wants to. I think he wants to win first at that level, and then maybe if he wants to dabble in the NFL, I'm pretty sure there's a couple teams out there that wouldn't mind giving Dion a job. So I
yeah.
guarantee if Dion honestly wants to become an NFL head coach, he could, eventually.
Kid, we were so close to sweeping the board over the weekend. UFL week 1, and we were dead on about every game except the last one. But Battlehawks, it's going to be another rough year. No pun intended for the Roughnecks. But Battlehawks, they blow them out. Renegades, how were they underdogs at home? Come on. 33-9, they blew them out. Game actually goes over the total. Unders were a thing except one game, which was the Renegades and Brahmas. Panthers, they come back and they wind up covering against the Showboats, who going to be a tough year for them as well. And then I'm like, and then you know what? You said it. And after you said the show, I called you. I was like, oh, they could actually parlay it. I'm sitting here like, oh, the books. They haven't let us parlay UFL in a few years. And then I did it. And of course, the Stallions.
They got it.
The Stallions. I mean, 18-11. They just didn't show up. Credit the defenders, though. They played really well. They sacked Alex Magoo, who MVP of the season last year. I'm glad he winded up getting the start, but they just had pressure on him all game. And credit the defenders. That's a huge win for them.
Yeah, the defender, the quarterback. I already forgot his name, but he was willing and dealing out there. He was, over 220 yards passing. I think over 330. Huge third down conversion late in the fourth quarter, basically ice it. I'm gonna be honest. I was surprised how well they play offensively, and then defensively. I think that was the lowest scoring Stallion total in 3 years. So give credit to the defenders holding up their name as well, taking care of business at home. But like Dylan said, besides the Stallions not showing up, the Battlehawks -5.5, even game day, whatever book you had it at, I got 3.5 still. I cashed that. I ended up taking the Battlehawks -3.5, so that took care of business. Didn't touch the Brahma and Renegades game. I was leaning with you with the Renegades. I hit double on the Panthers -5.5 and the under on that game, but the Stallions just couldn't get there with us. It's going to be interesting deal. Like I said, you said take that +190 to win it all. I said wait for a better number during the season. You get a great number right now. I'll tell you that.
Do you know the number?
No, I haven't even looked at it. I guarantee it's at least 250.
Oh, it has to be something, but yeah, that's unfortunate. Man,
but hey, we stay hot.
We stayed hot. Hey, 3-1 is still a great week,
Like
but
I said, I'm on record saying we might be the most profitable UFL show in the world. I'm not gonna lie. We might be.
I mean, every year now, it's a joke of a league, but I mean,
it's not a joke.
No. It's
respect.
It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's not the NFL. Let's just say that. It's not the Canadian Football League. Let's just say that.
It got hot and heavy in Minnesota yesterday between the Pistons and Detroit, though.
Yeah, and I was on the Pistons +8. The game got out of hand after the second.
I mean, 5 players, 2 coaches were ejected. Fight broke out in the second quarter. Detroit lost their head coach. They lost Isaiah Stewart, who always is in the middle of everything. I like that. Marcus Shazier, Naz Reid. Shout out the Italians, Dante DiVincenzo. I'm telling you, he was right there.
No, he was in the mix, and him and that Pistons play. I don't even know, but him, they got out of it. Really know. What's it do that got in with LeBron?
I think it was Isaiah Stewart,
Yeah,
right?
Isaiah Stewart was in the
Yeah.
mix as well. Nas Reed was in the mix, so it was interesting. We saw the the players after the game kind of shimmying, letting it hang after the game. So it's gonna be interesting. We at the end it's two
I
young,
like it.
exciting teams.
No, I like it because if a fight happens in the NBA, the Pistons have to be involved. It's just right at this point.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's cultural. It's only right, and not for nothing. It's not gonna be a final matchup, but if it was, it'll be fucking interesting. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I mean, there were 12 technical fouls handed out in that game last night. That's the most combined technical fouls in an NBA game since the Mavericks and Warriors, where they combined for 12 back in 2020 and 2005. So,
damn, what?
Yeah, crazy stats.
What
Shout
was
out
in that
op.
game?
Shout out Ops Stats. They
trying
hit
to
us with
think.
that.
05.
By the way, we have breaking news. Rutgers freshman Dylan Harper has declared for the NBA draft. I mean, he's going to be a top 5 pick. He might go number 2 or 3.
Mm.
He's that good behind Cooper Flag. It's
Yeah.
those 2 freshmen from Rutgers. They're good.
Yeah, they're good. Let's see if Broom, ends up going. If he declares to the draft, it's gonna be interesting, man. Cooper Flag. I know
He's won.
Did
No,
he
he's
declare?
won. No, but if he does, he's won.
I know he's won next year if he wants to be.
He's won every year.
So we're not sure what's going on.
Yeah.
So NIL is different. I guarantee if they up it to 10, like what Archie Manning gets 10?
Something like that. I don't know if all these numbers are accurate, if I'm being honest.
Let's just assume he gets 12.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard to deny 12. He's living good in college. Let's just say he's living good.
Yeah, that's 100%. No, I agree. And then real quick, for college basketball, I wanted to make this because we talk about the McNeese head coach kind of leaving towards NC State and doing it the right way. We were talking about how he kind of told his players, hey, listen, I'm out of here, but we're still going to fight hard. We're still going to battle. But if you guys need anything, kind of doing it the right way and being straight up. I mean, the Maryland coach, Kevin Willard, he's a snake. He did not do it the right way, even though he is going to Villanova. He took the Villanova job. It started about 2 weeks ago where he came out publicly and said, Maryland needs to do a better job. We need more money. We need better facility equipment. And Maryland was like, okay, we hear you. They are a basketball school. They're outside of lacrosse, but they are predominantly a basketball school. So they said, okay, we're going to do everything that you want. First time getting to the Sweet 16 in forever. Then they ask him in the press conference, oh, what are your plans moving forward? Your name has been in the media about maybe taking the Villanova job. Is there any truth to it? He goes, as of right now, I am employed by Maryland.
What an answer.
What? I mean, if that isn't a political answer, I don't know what is. And then literally hours after they get bounced in the Sweet 16 by Florida, he accepts the job. Let's be honest. We like to be honest here. He had that job. He accepted that job way before.
Oh yeah. He accepted the job
like
probably 2 weeks ago when he was trying to prep up the Maryland job.
And then he had the audacity to said, "Oh, my agent, my wife, no one knew about the decision but me." Another lie. You talk to your wife. If you're moving from Maryland to Pennsylvania, you talk to your wife and your family. Why are we lying now? And your agent definitely knows to go through the contract. So to tell me you didn't talk to your agent and your wife, now I feel disrespected because you're lying to me. And the snakest thing that he did was he told his team over a Zoom call.
Oh, come on.
Bro, he couldn't even do it in their
After
face.
making a Sweet 16?
First time in 18 years. I mean,
Come on.
That was. Uh, I'm sorry, that was a shot I threw at him, but still,
To be honest,
that's a snake
it,
move.
yes, I agree with you 100%. At the end of the day, does he owe Maryland anything? Possibly not. But
No, he
you at
doesn't.
least owe the players the respect to at least tell them man to man, yo, this is my last time coaching y'all. Let's give it a ride.
Hmm. No, I get
At,
that. I
at
get
least
that.
that. At
Hmm.
least tell them before the tournament start. Like, look, between us, I just want to let y'all know, it's a 50% chance I'm out of here. I want to make this run count.
Yeah.
Let's go deep. That's all you had to do for your players. Anybody else at Maryland, I understand that maybe it's a lot of behind the scenes
Yeah.
things that we don't know about. That's okay, and I understand that.
Hmm.
But for your players, how would you feel
Oh,
if
I'd
no
feel
no I'm
yeah.
talking? How
Oh
would
yeah.
you feel if Maryland let you go through Zoom? Put it like
Oh
that.
yeah.
How would he feel if
Yeah.
Maryland lets it fired you through a Zoom meeting? Didn't even bring you into the office, call you down, have a cup of coffee, like, hey, thank you for everything. Nah, they just say, yo, pick up this Zoom call, homie. Yo, we going a different way. Enjoy your day. That's crazy. So to
Yeah.
me, like you said, it's one thing to go about business. To me, if I'm Villanova, you gotta G check that from the door.
And that's my thing. Villanova, you gotta who are you hiring? The man that you're hiring right now. Are you gonna do that to them? And I think you made a great point, which I forgot. It is a business. And I understand, like, you know, these players, they're bouncing back and forth to schools, and they're taking the biggest deal that they could get. I get all that. They have no alliances, and coaches shouldn't either. If you want to take that job and that is better financially and career wise for your family, Mazel tov, congrats, go do that. But there's a way to go about it. Now, we'll see. I think time will tell. If some of the players go and follow him to Villanova, then I don't think they really cared. But if no one follows him to Villanova, we knew that it was just not a good relationship. Because you see, even McKenzie State, a lot of the guys are probably going to follow him. We even saw the Amir Khan, the
Yeah.
manager, follow him. So he has a good relationship because he did it right. But this other guy, from everything that we see, it just doesn't look like it was the right way to do it. So we'll see. Kevin Willard, not my type of guy, but we will see there. But all right, kid. MLB real quick. Like I said, you guys, you guys got to run. It is 4-3. I took the over on
Yes.
the game.
Looking good.
Yeah, looking real good. White Sox 9-0. The Twins are trash. They haven't won a game. They got swept. They're missing Royce Lewis, who that is hurting their lineup. And the Royals right now are up 4-0 to the Brewers, who the Brewers got swept over the weekend to the Yankees, who apparently are cheating with the bats. All jokes aside, I don't think they're really cheating. There's nothing illegal about it. My question to you though is, if it isn't illegal, and I don't think the MLB or Manfred's going to do anything, why aren't other teams doing it?
That was gonna be my question to you.
Yeah.
I don't want. Let's just say, for example, they outlaw the bats or ban the bats.
Mm-hmm.
To me, what we just witnessed the New York Yankees, and I'm no Yankee fan here by any stretch.
No one is.
I understand I'm probably like 35 minutes from the stadium, but nobody here is a Yankee fan. So let's make that very clear. But we can't deny what we saw the other day was pretty damn exciting. First three pitches of the game, you can see 3 home runs. That's some video game shit.
Yeah, it
So
is.
moving forward, if you're telling me every team could use these bats and we're going to see much higher scoring games, like instead of a 3-2 game, we're going to see 9-7 games on a consistent level. I think this changed the whole aspect of MLB baseball. I think it could even elevate it to maybe not a national pastime anymore, if you ask me.
Wow.
I'm dead ass. Think about it. How many kids out there are gonna be more excited? Look what Shohei Ohtani's doing.
Mm-hmm.
So if we see, let's just say, all these teams' number explode, the game is gonna be more exciting. It's gonna be more people attending. It's gonna be more people watching.
Yeah, and I also think it's not just the Yankees. There was another team. There was another player. I think it was actually on the Twins or the White Sox actually that
Yeah,
used
it
the
looks like
bat.
the White Sox.
Yeah, that used the
9-0 in the
bat.
fifth. Looks
I,
like
I'll, I'll s- I'll say this though. Judge hasn't used the bat, and he's on pace for what 300 home runs. I know
yeah,
it's
but
early, but it's
that's
crazy.
Judge. But everybody else,
Yeah, no, I get it. It's crazy though. I mean, what they did. We're no Yankee fans, but it was exciting. 9 home runs in a game is insane. They put up 20 runs. It was a football score, kid.
yeah, 20-7, right?
Yeah, yeah. They finished. I think the score was 20-9. The game.
Yeah.
It was a football game. It was actually insane. But
It was
yeah,
a
no,
UFL game.
yeah, yeah. It actually was. It was. Yeah, that's better. That's a better comp. It was a UFL game. No NFL. But yeah, I don't think they're cheating. I don't think anyone's gonna do anything
Yeah, I
about it.
honestly hope every team in MLB adapts to it. Just
Yeah.
because we're going to see more exciting baseball. Why not? Maybe the Patriots might not agree with with my statements, but at the end of the day, what's going to bring more attention, more revenue? It's gonna be high scoring games, exciting ball. What's more exciting to see 9 home runs in a major league game?
That's what
Nothing.
people want to see when they go to the park, especially first time visitors going to a ballpark. Oh, I want to see a home run.
Yeah.
Huh, there you go. I don't care
But
how
the dream is to catch one.
yeah. Have you ever been close?
Not even a foul ball. Only
Oh.
only at Newark Bears. Shout out Newark Bears.
Wow, I
Yeah.
don't even they don't have that stadium there anymore, do
No,
they?
knocked it down. So shout out all
Okay.
the single A teams
Wow.
out there. All
Yeah.
the all levels of baseball. Only Newark Bears. No MLB game ever got close. Oh,
I
shout
got
out Moses Alou.
Oh,
He gave me
wow.
he gave me an autographed ball. He threw me the ball in right field. Shout out
Tough.
Moses Alou. Yeah, Old Shea Stadium.
I got close to a foul ball a couple of times at City Field, but never a home run ball. Usually I don't sit that I'm not even trying to be a dick. I don't sit that far. I sit like around close around either the
I never
dugouts.
like this. The closest a foul ball or home run came to me had to be at least like 40 yards away. It's never been close, and
Yeah,
I never
that's
understand
tough.
why.
That's
Never
tough.
understand why.
Yeah. But all right, kid. Before we get to, by the way, did I miss anything else over the weekend? Did you have anything? That's about it, right?
We saw Aaron Rodgers had some throws with DK Metcalf. Hey, maybe
we first reported that though here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
I mean
see
he is a
about that.
Steeler.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers is. You heard it first on the Dream Wager. Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers is a Pittsburgh Steeler, or he's gonna retire. You're welcome.
You're covering your ground. It's either that that or he's
on
retired.
Twitter later. You got you.
It was funny that you bring up like the NFL because I was just looking at some win totals. The degenerate in me. I
Oh
mean,
my God! Already. Let me hear the Jets. Oh, did you hear? They're saying we believe Justin Fields is gonna be the starter.
duh, he was undefeated last year.
This guy.
The Jets have one of the lowest win totals, but it's disrespectful. 5.5. You got to bet that over. I mean, it's insane. Justin Fields went 7-0. Exactly.
Yeah,
Come
y'all
on.
be better. Y'all be better. I'll give you that. Y'all win 7-6.
New England? Can you guess?
A game more, 6.5.
7.5. Little respect from Vegas.
They expected a huge draft night.
Can you guess the 4? Is it 1, 2, 3, 5? No, 4. Excuse me. The 4 teams with the highest win total.
Kansas City Chiefs, Philadelphia
Yes.
Eagles,
Yes.
Detroit Lions.
No.
Wow. All right. Hold on.
You got 2 of 4.
I want to say the Ravens, but no.
That's 1. That's 3.
The division is tough. Wow.
And 1 more. I don't think you'll get this one.
It's going to be somebody who Buffalo Bills.
Good job. All at 11.5. And the 2 teams at 10.5, Detroit and actually the Niners. They expect a big bounce back, and I don't know if I see that.
I expect a bounce back. Maybe not big, but wouldn't be surprised at all. 49ers around 9, 10, 11 wins and a playoff team once
And
again.
then the most is 9.5. You got the Bengals, the Broncos, the Packers, Texans.
I'm telling you right now, anybody listening, Bengals over 9.5 right now. They got a new defensive coordinator. The defense is gonna be improved. They still got cap space. They're gonna have a top 12 pick, I believe, 13th pick.
Healthy.
Hey man, Joe Burrow. We saw how good that young kid Chase Brown is. Hey, watch out. Watch out.
Redskins 9.5. I
Wow.
like it over. Jaden Daniels.
Honestly, what we saw, I was high on the Texans last year, Dill. Regression will come. A lot of film out there. They're gonna be good. I just don't know if they're gonna be as good.
Little disrespectful for Minnesota at 8.5.
No, it's
I under
just right. I
I,
try to tell you this.
I,
I try to tell you this.
they're disrespecting JJ McCarthy.
They're not disrespecting.
He's a
me.
national champion.
Real quick.
Oh my god.
Real quick. What was Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams win total last year? Bo Nix win total last year?
Was it around 8.5, 7.5, something like that?
Under that.
Yeah. I gotta look that up. I don't know.
Chicago might have been 7.5.
Yeah, Chicago was 7.5. We had J Mark on. It was 7.5.
Broncos was 4.5, 5.5.
But we're believers now.
No, I understand. I understand that. But realistically, Dill, the fact that JJ McCarthy win totals at 8.5 is, I'm not gonna say it's laughable, but it's a little rich. It's a little rich.
Really? You think it's too high?
Yeah, he's a rookie quarterback.
But he's elite. No, don't look at. He's elite. JJ McCarthy
Since
is going
when?
to since college.
He was pretty good. Never.
Oh my god.
Was he ever considered a top 5 quarterback? Never. He had a
No,
top 5 team, top
5
defense,
team. Top 5
Yes.
team.
top 5 coach.
He has the arguably the best receiver. He has a run game.
He's
He has a
gonna
coach.
Be good. I'm just saying, 9 wins is a lot for a
That's-
rookie quarterback.
Give me the over. That's
I'll
insane.
give me the under.
Steelers 8.5. I gotta take the over.
I'll-
It depends.
Mike Tomlin's not going under 500. Give me the over.
I guess the Browns, Giants, Jets, and Tennessee all at 5.5. That's fair. They're the worst teams.
Browns?
Yeah, Browns are. They don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, technically they don't have. Yeah.
The next tier is 6.5. 3 teams: Carolina, Vegas, and New Orleans. That makes sense.
All makes sense. All to me, ceiling is 8.
Yeah, and now your bracket 7.5: New England, Seattle, Jacksonville, Indianapolis, Atlanta, and Dallas. Atlanta 7.5. That is low. You're a believer in Michael Penix. You've been on this show.
I like him. I like him, too, but we can't deny how horrible that defense was last year.
Yeah,
Especially
their
getting
defense is bad.
secondary was good. Let's just say the front 4 was horrible.
And they got rid of Grady too.
Yeah, the ability to get
Yeah.
consistent pressure on the quarterback was bottom 5 in the NFL.
Do you believe in Michael Penix?
Yes, one reason why. Not from what I saw, but for how well how the class played. From Caleb to Bo Nix, all of them played. Every single one of them, besides Caleb, honestly, played much better than I anticipated.
Which is why I think JJ's gonna thrive. Which is why I think he's gonna thrive.
I can't deny it. But one thing I can say, the difference between JJ and all these other quarterbacks that we saw last year, we saw them do similar things in college. We never saw JJ be that guy in college. Like, yo, we need you to throw for 350 and scramble for 80. Never done it.
Is it a big step up for Denver? And we saw Bo Nix have an amazing season.
They were a playoff team.
But going from 5.5 or 6.5 to now 9.5?
They were a playoff team. You know what comes with being a playoff team?
Expectations.
They took the words out of my mouth.
I know.
So you damn right he's 9.5. Sean Payton, is he not considered a top 10, top 15 coach in the NFL?
Yeah, no, I get it. And honestly, most of these numbers seem...
Don't Denver Broncos have a top 10-ish defense?
Yeah. Top 10
don't they
coach?
have the defensive player of the year? Number 1 corner in football, Patrick Surtain?
According to Vegas, yes.
Come on now. I think Denver's right there.
I think the top tier with Baltimore, Buffalo, Kansas City, Philly.
Baltimore don't need to be top 4.
No, they're legit.
They're legit, but I don't see them have.
They always do because they're such a
Yeah,
successful organization that they always find 10, 11 wins every year.
yeah. I can't deny it. They're
Um,
gonna be around 11.
the
I just don't
bottom
see them
tier,
having 13 or 14.
bottom tier 5.5. I said with the Browns, Jets, Giants, and Tennessee makes sense. Most of the league is hovering around 7.5 to 9.5 wins. So we'll see. I just came across that, and you bring that, and you brought up the win total. And I was like, oh, perfect. So not too bad. I like the step up for the Patriots 7.5. I think that seems about right, if I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, kid. Yeah,
I
yeah,
honestly think we're gonna be pretty good. And with the news we got
yeah.
today of Baymore he's gonna be returning. I don't want it to be too high, Dill, but I think you would even agree. Potential top 5 defense.
From 1 to 10, how high are you right now? Are you trying to stay even keel at like a 6 or 7, or you're amped?
Put it like this:
Uh-huh.
we get Carter on draft night. I'm up here.
You're at a 10.
No, I'm gonna be at a 9. I'm gonna say,
Oh.
put it like this: I'm gonna say you're a playoff team.
So you, wow. All right.
Yeah.
So you're a 6 right now.
I'm gonna say I'm a 5. I'm gonna say
Okay. So
I'm
you're,
gonna say
you're
we're a 7-8 win team.
okay. But if
We
you
get
get
a
a dual call,
we get a dual Carter. I think we could go win 9 games, make the playoffs.
wow, hammer the 7.5.
I'm not saying
nah.
we're gonna. I'm not saying we win the division. I'm not saying, but I think 9 games and the 7th seed is good.
Yeah.
That's all.
No, I think that's fair. All right, kid. Before we get to our picks, a quick word from our sponsor. We are brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. There's no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV, Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks with just a kick, just like how we like our lives. Whether it's Huckleberry playing around a golf with the boys or a new flavor, jalapeno, it doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with that Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. Our belief here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. All right, kid, let's get to it. We will start on the diamond. Like I said, we got a few games going on as we speak. Still 4-0 for that Royals game. What else do we have going on? 9-0 for the White Sox.
I apologize.
But
You say Orioles. I'm like, no.
Oh no. 4-3 for the Orioles against the Red Sox. 0-0. Game just started between the Rockies and the Phillies. For the rest of the game, for the rest of the slate here today, what do you like here, kid?
Yeah, still early on in the season. I'm not trying to force too many plays. People only got 2 for the remainder of the day. I did take the Brewers, so tread lightly. I'm getting smashed early. So let's start 6:40. Texas Rangers taking on the Cincinnati Reds in Cincinnati. We got Rocker on the mound for the Rangers. Still, give me the Texas Rangers. Money's going up, by the way. I call it -118 on the money line right now. -125. Rangers looking good so far. Took care of the business against my Red Sox, and I expect them to take care of business on the road against the Reds. Expect them to win the series as well. Like them tomorrow as well. And then my final game of the day: Cleveland Guardians taking on, surprisingly, red hot San Diego Padres. I'm gonna take the Padres on the money line -135. I'm surprised the Padres been playing really good. Hey, not too surprised because they are healthy. I'm not too fond about the Guardians. I think we're both fading them this year. Give me the red hot Padres 4-0 to start the year.
I love it. Yeah, I'm on the Rangers as well with Kumar Rocker. I mean, I think they could win the pennant this year. I mean, I'm not going to get a little ahead of myself, but I'm high on the Rangers this year. Shout out Jacob deGrom. I think that was the story of the weekend as well. 5 innings, he got the win. Looked pretty good too. It was nice to see Jacob deGrom out there finally after
a year and a half. He looked great.
Year and a half. He looked fantastic. The flow was looking good too, kid. So yeah, I like Kumar Rocker and the Rangers. I think they keep it rolling as well. I'll take them on the money line. What other games? Kind of like the under 8.5 between Michael Soroka and the Bowden Francis and the Blue Jays with the Nationals. So I like the under there. I like the Cardinals, red hot Cardinals as well. This is another team that was kind of surprising me over the weekend. Yeah, they played the Twins, but they swept them. And I think they should be I think they should be bigger of a favorite here at home against an Angel team who they were struggling against the White Sox over the weekend. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Cardinals. I think they keep it rolling here at home. I like the over as well. I think we'll see some runs. Astros, I like them. Renel Blanco, I think he gets the job done. I think they should be a bigger favorite as well at home. Bullpen has looked good. And Giants, they don't they don't tickle my fancy. They didn't play well over the weekend. They shouldn't have won those two games. The Reds bullpen was atrocious. I don't think they won those games. I think the Reds blew it. So I don't think they're that good of a team. I'm going to take the Astros here. At home, I agree with you on the Padres. They've been rolling right now. Jackson Merrill, Fernando Tatis, they have been lights out so far. And no one, Jose Ramirez for the Guardians, he got hurt over the weekend. He's day to day. No one on this lineup scares me. The Guardians are a team, like Elvis said, we're going to fade this season. So, going to keep fading the Guardians. I'll take the Padres here, keep it rolling. Take the under 7.5 for the Mariners and Tigers. Mariners cannot hit a buck 67 on the year. I mean, they didn't go and do anything in the offseason. They expect to score runs now. It's actually insane. And then Jackson Jobe, he's a rookie, but he's going to be really, really good. I like Jackson Jobe, and I think he could limit the Mariners. So, yeah, I'm going to take the under 7.5. I kind of like Tyler Glass now as well. I mean, we're still getting plus money here. Dodgers, they're just a wagon. They're the best team in baseball. And the Braves, they have yet to win a game. They leave so many guys on base, the Braves, and you can't do that against a Dodger team. And I think they're just going to get blown out. So, yeah, I like the Dodgers minus 1.5. You could get that at plus money as well. All right, kid, let's go to the NBA, the association. We do have 8 games on the slate. Some pretty good games. We got the Clippers Magic. That's a close spread. Celtics Grizzlies. By the way, Grizzlies firing their coach. I forgot to bring that up. What is up with that? That was fucking weird.
Yeah, I like I said, I think it has to be something personal behind the scenes to fire your head coach, who I think, I understand he might have not got the job done, but for what he's done for these last 3, 4 seasons, I think it's been pretty good. Not for now, with all the off the court issues that your superstar has brought to the team, I think he's done a pretty good job. To fire him with 9 games left, to me, that's just a head scratcher. I don't think it's based just off performance, because if it was performance, at least give him one last playoff run. So to me, it had to be something personal or behind the scenes to let him go and not sabotage your team before a playoff run, but like you can't just do that to your team right before a playoff push.
The GM Zach Klingman, or no, Tyler Jenkins, excuse me, he came out and said that it was in the
No, Tyler
team's.
Jenkins is the coach.
Oh, and the GM, Zach. Yeah, I thought I had it right. Zach
Yeah.
Klingman. He came out and said the decision was mine and mine only. He did what was best for the team and the best interest. Apparently, there was John Morant and the stars of the team didn't like the offense that he was running. Some games he would look interested in playing offense, and some games he wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know if the offense was really the problem. Now, can he
9
win?
games before
I get
playoffs?
that. It's awful timing. Now, do I think they were going to win with Jenkins? Probably not. But I don't think he did a bad job where he should have been fired.
Put it like this: right now, Memphis are the 5th seed. You know
They
who?
did drop though. Let's
Yeah,
be honest.
they drop, but at the end of their 5th seed, they're 14 games over 500. You know who's a fireable offense? And I like the guy Budenholzer with Phoenix Suns. Phoenix Suns are right now outside of the play-in, 5 games under 500. That's
fair.
a fireable offense. Not being the 5th seed, 15 games over 500. That's a head scratcher.
Yeah, no, I get it. All right, kid. What do you got here for Monday? What do you like?
Let me give you a few games, people. Let's start with that Los Angeles Clippers taking on Orlando Magic. Give credit, Magic be turning it around. Uh, Clippers lane 2.5, lane 3, shop around on the road. I'm gonna take the Clippers on the road. Give me the minus 2.5 with the Los Angeles Clippers. I expect to take care of business right now. They're falling into the play-in, so kind of these games are kind of must win. Depending on the seed you want. Uh, give credit to Orlando. They have been playing better, but give me the Clippers on the road. Next game, my Brooklyn Nets taking on the Dallas Mavericks. Mavericks, hey, right now in that ninth seed, they've been playing well. Won 3 out of the last 5. Nets, we've been struggling. We lost to the Wizards the other day. No, we beat the Wizards. My fault. We're catching 9.5. I'm gonna just stay away, but give me Anthony Davis over 23.5 at -115. To be honest, I think this number is a little disrespectful. I understand Nick Claxton could, he could bang with them, but 23.5 for AD. I expect to take care of business. I think he drops at least 25 to 30 points. Give me the over with AD. Next game, Houston Rockets taking on the Los Angeles Clippers. I think this is going to be a great matchup. We know Dame and LeBron always got a little back and forth in it. But give me the Houston Rockets plus 4.5. I know some people are worried they're playing a back-to-back, but they took care of business and smoked the Suns last night by 30. None of the starters really needed to play the majority of the fourth quarter, so I think they're rested. They're ready to go for this huge matchup against the Lakers. Surprised that they're this heavy as a dog as well. Give me the 4.5 with the Rockets, and then to end it off, two-way teaser with the new Ingram head coach. I'm gonna tease up the Memphis Grizzlies to 10.5. They're catching 4.5, 5 against the Boston Celtics, which they should. I'm gonna tease them up. They'll give me the plus 10, 10.5, and then I'm gonna tease down the Indiana Pacers. They're taking on the Sacramento Kings. I think they're laying 5. Give me the two-way 6-point teaser at -134.
Okay. By the way, I forgot to ask you. Maybe we did talk about this last pod. I forgot, but love the rivalry between Stephen A. and LeBron. I mean, him posting the video of him trying to fight.
Him boxing, yeah.
Yo, that got it.
Not for nothing. I hate that the clip that we all saw was like, if LeBron touched me, I would have swung.
You're not swinging.
But literally before that, if you watch like his podcast, he said LeBron would have beat my ass. But best believe if he would have touched me, I would have swung. That's you gotta respect Stephen A. because he's being truthful.
Yeah,
he would beat my ass. But best believe he would have touched me, he would have swung. I think every man in America feels that way.
Yeah.
He might beat my ass, but best believe I'm a swing. So shout out Stephen A. and shout out Go James. But come on now.
I mean,
y'all above this. Y'all one of the biggest figures in all of sports.
And we usually don't see this because LeBron usually doesn't talk about this stuff, but it was a power move going on Pat's show, Pat McAfee. Because it's an ESPN show.
And what's after
First Take? Pat's show. And I think from what I've seen, I also think that Stephen A. and Pat have like a little rivalry because Pat came in, got the big bucks, and then Stephen
and he's doing better numbers.
And Pat I thought Pat handled the interview really well, and he kind of joked about it. He goes, "Wow, I can't believe this is real." After the next morning, he tweeted, like, "Wow, I can't believe this is real life." An average white guy interviewed LeBron. Because and I don't want to bring race or color into it, but a lot of people were like, "Oh, you should, LeBron, you're the biggest star in basketball. You shouldn't have gone on Pat's show. You should go on a show that needs it."
What?
Like, come on, like to say that, I thought that's weak.
I think we know what LeBron. It was a strategic move.
Of course, it was
right after First Take. We understand that.
In studio.
Chestnut checkers.
Yeah.
We know the studios in Indiana, who they played that night. The Pacers, who happened to lose the game. So at the end of the day, one thing I can say, LeBron, you started this mess. So to me, it's only right if you end.
Yeah, of course.
Stephen A's job, his job is to critique your play on a daily basis. You're LeBron freaking James. And you're not going to win this battle. He gets paid to talk about you. You don't get paid to battle Stephen A. But Stephen A gets paid to talk about you and Bronny on a daily basis. Until the day you're no longer in the NBA, that's the day he's going to stop talking about you.
One thing I didn't think was fair, don't take shots at Wendy. You didn't need to take shots at Brian Windhorst. He didn't say y'all were best friends. He even said that, like, hey, like if I wasn't in this time and place and in this spot in my career. I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for LeBron. I don't
Right,
think he
yeah.
said it was his best friend, but
I think it
LeBron
was
was
like a
out here
joke.
taking shots though.
Yeah. I don't know, Brian. Shout out Brian Windhorst. He didn't need to take that shot, but
No,
like I
that was
said,
uncalled for.
yeah. Brian Windhorst, he's a legend.
Yeah.
One of the best memes ever.
Yeah,
So
I
shout
mean
out
the
Brian.
fingers, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, yeah, I'm on the Clippers money line as well. Minus 134. I like them. Player prop, I like Filipowski, Kyle Filipowski, Norman. In Utah against the Charlotte Hornets. I mean, he's good. The rookie's been very good. 16 points, 7 boards. He had 4 assists in 33 minutes against a good Houston team the other night. Followed it up 18 points, 13 rebounds in just 34 minutes against Denver. 2 better teams. So I think there's going to be more opportunity for Filipowski, and I think he's going to take full advantage. So over his par, 28.5 points, rebounds, and assists for Filipowski. And then Malik Monk, I like him over 14.5 points here against the Pacers, Sacramento, a 7 o'clock game. I mean, he's averaging 18 points in the month of March. And, he only had 9 points the other night against a Magic team, but that was a 31-point loss against an elite defense. And you know what happens in blowouts. The player props are done. You wind up getting sat the rest of the game. So I think he's going to come back. I think he's going to bounce back against the Pacers, who middle of the pack defensively. And, Monk coming off the bench now with Sacramento, I think he's going to have plenty of opportunity. So over 14.5 points at minus 105. I like that play in the NBA. Any more in the NBA that you like?
No, that's all, though. That's all. It's going to be interesting to see tonight's games, but like I said, I got my eye on that. If, bedtime, though, bedtime. I'm hoping I can stay up and watch at least the first half Houston Lakers, because I think it'll be a great game.
All right, and then let's go to the ice. Only 4 games, small slate. We're only about 9, 10. The NBA and NHL are like neck and neck. We only got about 9 to 10 games left in the season. The Devils are home. They are favorites at minus 142 against the Minnesota Wild. I don't got money like that. I wish, honestly, I was going, but what do you like? Cuddy ever hit you up? What do you like?
Cuddy did not hit me up, so I apologize, people. Trail lightly. I do have one play for tonight. It's off your boy, so trail lightly. We got Nashville taking on Philadelphia. I'm going to lay with Philadelphia. Give me the minus 120 with the Flyers at home. I know it's a little chalky, not too crazy, but give me the Flyers at home, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I got a few player props. So I'll put like a half a unit or quarter unit on.
Oh, you saw your boy Ovechkin?
5 away, 4 away from from breaking the record or tying it. 5 away from breaking it. We're on watch. He's gonna do it this year. So
I hope
keep
he
looking
does it before the season. Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I think Gretzky has been going to the games, so he could be there when he breaks it, which is cool. Yeah, I'm going to go to the Devils Wild game to start off. Like I said, put like a quarter unit on this, but anytime goal scorer, Timo Meier, he has 3 goals in the last 5 games against Minnesota. Thomas Tatar, anytime goal scorer as well. That's plus 500. He has 3 goals in 4 games against the Wild as well. And I like Luke Hughes, Jack Hughes' brother. For him to get an assist, he had an assist the other night on Saturday against the Wild, and now he has 4 assists in 3 games versus Minnesota over the weekend. So I like those few player props. We also have a really good game, Calgary Flames and Colorado Avalanche. Hopefully we see some goals. I kind of lean over 5.5 as well, but they did lose over the weekend, so they're looking to start another home win streak, the Colorado Avalanche. But St. Louis, they snapped an 11-game home win streak over the weekend as well. A couple more player props here. I'm going to take Nathan McKinnon, anytime goal scorer as well. I'll take him over 1.5 points. And I'm going to take Colorado team total over 3.5. That's at minus 135. I think we're going to see some goals here, especially from the home team. But okay, that's all I got for you. And when we will be back on Thursday, Final Four picks UFL Week 2. Any words or anything you got out on the way?
I kind of do want to say something, but I'm going to just tell you off here. Let's just end it. I'm going to tell you off.
I'm interested, but all right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck, everyone. Enjoy the games, and we will see you guys.